Hi team, in this video we will see how you can create OData API by redefining GetEntity method. So the first question is when to use GetEntity, because we have multiple methods like create entity, update entity, get entity set. So when to use GetEntity? So whenever you want to read or get single record from your database table, you will go for get entity. Okay, so how the database record looks like? So it looks like this. Okay, it may have multiple fields. Okay, each field may have some name like field 1, field 2, field 3, etc. Okay, and every field may have some value like v1, v2, v3, and so on. Okay, and to uniquely identify this record, what record we want to get inside the response, we need key. Okay, in every database table we have key fields. Okay, it may have one key field or it may have multiple key fields. From this key you can uniquely identify a single database record. Okay, so the same concept applies to this API. Okay, you can pass the key inside your URL and you will get your record inside your response. Okay, so if you focus, this is a single record. Okay, if you focus, we are talking about single record. If you want multiple records in your response, you will go for GetEntitySet method. Okay, and it returns an internal table. Okay, it will return multiple lines. Okay, like here we have only field 1, field 2 one time, but in that case we might have multiple times. Okay, in IO, if we look here, we have ER entity. ER entity is a structure, or you can say it is a work area. Okay, so in get entity set we have ET entity set. Okay, ET underscore entity set. Okay, it is a internal table. So you might have heard that you can relate entity as work area and entity set as internal table. Okay, and this IT key tab is your input. Okay, so if you have a single key, you can directly pass like this. Inside your parenthesis you can pass like this. So you will get your key field name inside this field, and you will get the value of that key field, whatever you pass in your URL, inside value. Okay, so if you have multiple key fields, what you will do, you will write the key field name. Okay, here key field 1 is equal to value 1, and it will be comma separated. Key field 2 is equal to value 2. Okay, inside the parenthesis. If you have only one, you don't need to give the key name. If you have multiple, you need to specify the key name. Okay, and whatever you will pass in the URL, you will get inside your IT underscore key underscore tab internal table. Okay, and whatever you pass inside ER underscore entity, you will get in your response. Okay, and here we can pass only a single line inside the response. If you want multiple lines, you will go for get entity set method. Okay, here we have work area, and there we will have one internal table. Okay, so just you need to remember this IO, or you don't even have to remember this also. We will see how you can check runtime what you are getting and what you will get inside the response. Okay, how we will modify, and whatever we will write here we will get inside our response. So let's move to SAP. So now we will have a simple requirement, then we will try to implement. So to understand the requirement, we will go to SE16N and we will take a simple table, a scar table, SCARR, and here we have only few fields, 4 fields we have, and if I execute this I will get data. Okay, and suppose if I select this AB and I enter in our carrier ID, which is a key field. If I double click here, I can see the key fields. Okay, so by the carrier ID I can uniquely identify this record. So if I give here AB, I will get only one record. Okay, so the requirement is like this: you will pass this key inside your URL and you should get this whole record. Okay, you should get all the fields inside your response. So let's try to implement this. So I will go to SEGW. Okay, SEGW. SEGW is a T code for SAP Gateway Service Builder. Okay, and here we can create a new project. We can give any name. I will give the name ZSWS OData series. Okay, we can give the same inside the description also. Then we will click on local object, so we don't need to give package. Okay, and here we need to create one entity type. Okay, so I will click on create, and we can give any name. So our table is scar, so I am giving scar as the name. Give scar, and also click here create related entity set. It will suggest one name for entity set, and it will be also created simultaneously. See, we are getting scar set as entity set name. Okay, so we will click on continue, and if you focus, we have entity set also. This car set is our entity set. Okay, so if I expand this and I double click on properties, we don't have any fields. Okay, so I will enter 4 fields because our database has 4 fields. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, I will copy paste all the names here. We have carrier ID, carrier ID, carrier name, currency code, and URL. Okay, and we will check this for the key. Okay, we will select the data type. We will have edm.string as the data type, and I can copy this as well. Okay, I will save this and click on generate. Okay, this will generate few classes. You can see MPC extension, MPC, DPC extension, DPC. These all are classes. Okay, it will also generate technical model name and technical service name. Okay, I will click on continue. If you want, you can change here. Okay, again I will choose local object. Okay, now if you see here, we have runtime artifacts. Okay, earlier we didn't have anything here. So now we will go to DPC extension. Here we will write our code. Okay, so we will go to ABAP workbench. Here we will implement our method. So we will search GetEntity Method and we will redefine it. Okay, so this is the GetEntity. Okay, so I will change and we can redefine this. But if you will focus, we will find one more GetEntity here. Okay, here. See, we have some weird name. After that, we have GetEntity. Okay, so can we redefine here and write our code? Yes, we can redefine and write here our code, and it will work also. But it is a topic for another video. Okay, so most of the time, what you will do is search for your entity set name. After that, you will have all the methods name. Okay, like get entity, create entity, update entity. So select this one and redefine. Okay, this is the button for redefining the method. Now here we have some comment, and we can activate this without any implementation also. Click on continue. I will put one external breakpoint, and we will try to call it without any implementation, so we can check how we will get our request and response. Okay, how we will get our key here. So now I will go back and I will try to call this API. Okay, so before calling the API, you need to register. Okay, so I will go here and I will right click, and then we can go to register. Here it will ask for system alias. You can do F4 and see how many options you have. If you have multiple, you can ask your basis team what to choose. I will go for local. Okay, and click continue. Here we will again select local object and click continue. So our service is registered, but we don't get any successful message. So we will try to register it again. We will get an error, service is already registered. Okay, so now we can directly call it. We will go to SAP Gateway Client and click yes. Here we will select our entity set. Okay, so what is our entity set? Scar set. Okay, now to call our GetEntity method, you need to follow this format. Okay, so whatever I will pass here, it will be available inside IT underscore key underscore tab. Okay, it is an internal table as we have seen. So I am giving AB. Okay, so now I will execute. It should trigger that breakpoint. Let's see what happens. So yes, it is triggering that breakpoint. And if I go to locals, here I have IT key tab. Okay, here we'll get the input or our key value. So the AB I have passed from the URL, and this carrier ID is automatically coming because we have only one key. Okay, if you have multiple, you need to specify in the URL. Okay, so this is the input. Okay, so how we can give the response? We can go to ER entity, and here whatever we will pass, it will be available inside our response. Okay, so if you focus, we have a structure or a work area kind. Okay, we don't have internal table. We can only give one field one time. Okay, so suppose I give here field 1. Okay, and I give here Shivam. Anything you can give, we are just testing. So now I will execute. If I press F8, I should get that inside our response. Okay, so I am getting the same thing inside my response. So the input and output structure we have seen. Now we will try to implement it. So again we will go to SEGW, and we can also go from here service implementation, expand this and go to get entity, right click and go to ABAP workbench. Okay, so we will directly go to our code where we have put that breakpoint. Okay, so now I will minimize this signature and zoom in a little bit. Now we can write our code. So first what we need to do, first we need to read that table, internal table, read table. What is the name of the table? IT underscore key tab. Okay, with key. What is the key? What is the key? Name. What is the name of that key? It is carrier ID. Okay, into data. I can give any name. Suppose I give work area. Okay, and now I will try to use inside my select query. So we are only selecting one record, so we will write select single from select single star, because we need to select all the fields from what is the table, database table, scar table, and what is the condition, where carrier ID is equal to our work area hyphen value. Okay, because here we will get the value of our key field. Okay, so I have enter here, and where we will select inside our ER entity. Okay, so we will use select single star from scar into corresponding fields of ER entity. Okay, so it should work. We have very basic code, but it should work. Okay, so now I will try to activate this. Yes, we will remove this breakpoint, and we will go to SAP Gateway Client and again execute the same thing. Earlier we have entered these values at runtime, but we are not entering this time, and we should get the whole record as per our requirement. So you can see we are getting everything, which is the same thing which we are getting from here also. Okay, we can try others also, like we had A1 also. So yes, here we are getting EUR as currency and some URL and some airline name is there. So we can try A1 also. Yes, A1, and execute this. Okay, so same thing we are getting here. So we have achieved our requirement. I hope you understood the video. Let's meet in the next video.